everyone, happy Easter. Hope you've had a nice weekend so far. So this is my week 11, I think, progress report. And so I'm doing okay. And I've had a bit of an Achilles problem. Well, no, I shouldn't really say Achilles problem. But, it has started to get a bit sore again. And what tends to happen with me is I get calf problems in the winter and then Achilles problems in the summer. But I'm hoping that I've learned from many years of being stupid, and I know now really with Achilles that you can't mess with them. As soon as they start to flare up and get sore, then you're just letting yourself in for weeks and weeks of frustration, pain, and being unable to do what you want to do. So I've really just attacked it head on and done several things to try and help manage it. And these things include icing after runs. That's a real biggie actually, that really does help. Getting massage on the calf and Achilles itself. I really am convinced, I know I've said before with my sciatica and my calf problems, that I think there's a big link to like the back and the hip. And the same goes with the Achilles, because I do sort of get locked up, and it's actually on the left hand side this time. And just from helping to sort of release off the hip flexor on that side, it does help to release the whole chain down there. So that's another thing. Doing some long stretches as well, not just like your maintenance stretches, so just really stretching for at least a minute or more, and doing some ankle releases as well. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to do a separate video just to show you some of those techniques that I do, in case you guys might suffer from that as well and might find it useful. So yeah, I have still been able to run though. What I've done though is, if I do feel it niggling, then I'll either stop and walk, or I'll just miss that part of the session. Like for example, I was doing some hill reps at the end of a session with a group on Thursday, and I joined in for the like minute reps we were doing, but I could just start to sense it. I probably could have done the hill runs, but as I say, you don't mess with Achilles, because I just didn't want to aggravate it. And yeah, I just missed a few hill reps, and it's no big deal. And it meant that, you know, I could run this Saturday with the group and just not to be painful in between sessions as well. So hopefully, as I say, I'm keeping on top of that. But it has been quite a good week really though, other than that starting to creep in. You know, I did some reps on Tuesday as well, and just really enjoying it and enjoying running fast again. I say fast, it's all relative. And it's inspired me to perhaps even enter a race. Only like not a serious one. I'm not talking like a track race. I'm not making a comeback or anything. Just there's a duathlon at the end of May, which, yeah, as I say, it would just be nice to have a bit of a target really, just to make sure that I'm a bit more disciplined with my training, and maybe try a little bit harder than what I've been tending to do in recent years. So yeah, we'll see. I've just got to keep in one piece though, obviously. So yeah, and just to mention about sorry, I'm stumbling a bit now, never mind. A woman in my group who also is thinking of entering a race, and there's a Chatsworth 10k race coming up, and she's done it in the past, but she's been out injured for ages, and I've suggested, why doesn't she just do the 3k race, because there's like a sort of a shorter one as well. And she's a bit reluctant, but I just said that, you know, you could get around the 10k, you'd most likely have to walk some of it, and you're risking injury. So I once had a coach who said, you know, you've got to weigh up the pros and cons and the risk factor whenever you do anything. And if you're leaving yourself open to risk for very little benefit, then why bother? Especially if there's an alternative as well. So yeah, she has decided just to do the 3k, and yeah, I think that goes for a lot of people as well, you know, that people always think that longer is better, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I think there's a lot to be said for just like improving at a shorter distance. You know, I've known so many people to get injured from hammering themselves doing like half marathons or yeah, without wanting to upset anyone, I do kind of think marathons is a bit like glorified self-harm sometimes. When you know you hear of all the injuries and everything that people get. But anyway, hey ho, that's just me. So yeah, very very much horses for courses though. I know we're not all the same. I think I'm just a bit biased with my middle distance background. But yeah, just you know, to reassure people that there's no point in just hammering yourself into the ground for the sake of saying that you've done something. You know, just do what you're capable of at the time and enjoy doing it as well. You know, don't just do something for the sake of it and like torture yourself and yeah, not enjoy it, and then it puts you off wanting to do stuff in the future as well. So sensible progressions and sticking to your strengths and knowing your limits. So yeah, that'll do for this week, I think. And I'll keep you posted. I'll put that video up about the Achilles, hopefully. And yeah, maybe a few articles as well. Okay then, take care. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.